It's the final game of the day in Rock Hill, South Carolina. It's old versus new. It is High Point versus Furman in the third game of 3 in the Fields of 68 opening day marathon here from the Rock Hill Sports and Event Center. Paul Fritchner alongside Randolph Childress. That's Jeff Goodman. Fellas, 2 down, 1 to go, like I just said. And if this right here is anything like what we saw this morning, then we are in for a treat here this evening, Jeff.
I mean, listen, this might be the game of the day. You know, I know we have Florida, Arizona, but I'm telling you, these 2 teams could very well end up in the NCAA tournament. You're looking at a High Point team that has a new head coach, absolutely loaded with players. And Furman, we know what Bob Ritchie can do. He's got a young freshman point guard that you are not going to want to miss, RC.
I think he's the key to their season because I think they have 2 all-conference front court guys. How well he matures and how quickly he matures will determine whether Furman makes the NCAA tournament. I think outside of something crazy happening, I think High Point is as dominant a favorite to win a league as there is in any league in the country. I think they're that good.
Trying to pick up right where they left off from last season.
I think they could be even better than they were a year ago.
Really? Well, that's a statement to be heard here, and we'll see how it all pans out right in front of us. Starting lineups right now for High Point: Rob Martin, Scotty Washington, Chase Johnson, Owen Aquino, and Cam Fletcher, the starting lineup for High Point. And then for Furman, it's Alex Wilkins, Tom House, Charles Johnston, Ben Vanderwall, and Cooper Bowser.
I mean, you're talking about both teams having 2 first-team all-conference guys, but for High Point, it's in the backcourt, and with Furman, it's in the front court. And again, Jeff, we talked about freshman point guard, and how does that work? How does Alex Wilkins handle that? He's going against all-conference guys, and his maturity will be tested early here, and it'll be fun to watch.
Well, in their scrimmage against Alabama, he got into foul trouble right away,
right.
But on the court, they were +5 with him on the court, and they lost by 20. So what does that tell you?
I agree. He's super talented, but he's going against Rob Martin tonight. Do you put him on another guy to save him? Because Rob Martin is as fast as anybody in college basketball with the ball in his hands. He's going to put so much pressure on the freshman. You've got to protect him because he's got his hands full here tonight.
It's all right, RC. You know what? He's from Boston. He can handle it. He can handle the pressure. Us Bostonians, we can handle the pressure.
Jeff already prepped me. If this game goes well for him, it's going to be a long night on the air of Bostonians.
All we do
I've never
is win.
seen you out running in the cold in the 20-degree weather when I've been in Boston. That's the toughness I've seen out of Bostonians. I haven't seen that from you in a while.
No, that's why I went to Charleston.
Well, earlier today it was Winthrop in a winner in the 8 a.m. game, and then a little bit later on it was St. Bonaventure in a fun one against Bradley. The Bonnies got up, Bradley came back, Bonnies ended up closing that game out strong. In the first one it was Winthrop who just in the end made the winning plays against Queens, but both games came right down to the wire, and now we'll see Flynn Clayman in his first season. He's taken over as the head coach from Alan Huss at High Point, and then Bob Ritchie in his 9th season. He is over at Furman.
Senior out of Madrid, Spain, number 8, Owen.
Big shoes to fill for Flynn Clayman over there on that side, but trying to just keep things moving forward.
He's a guy, too, that doesn't show a lot of nerves. I asked him before the game, I said, are you nervous? He's like, no, I've already coached a couple games. I said, yeah, but they didn't count.
Right, I said that to him as well.
But he doesn't, he's pretty even keeled.
Yeah.
I'm very curious to see, though, again, going against a veteran like Bob Ritchie. I think this game is going to be up and down, maybe a little bit sloppy, but both teams want to run.
I think it's going to be a continuation of what we've seen early today. I'd be surprised if they get off the fast start. Just the nerves. I mean, it's the first game that we talked about in 45 days. There's jitters. I don't care how experienced you are. And Flynn is calm, but he's like a duck in the water. I bet there's some jitters and some nerves now at 6:30 here, and then we're at tip-off. First game, you're the head coach. That seat gets a lot hotter when you move up to the head coach. I don't care who you say. As talented as this group is, should be a fun game. I expect a really good game here. Highly competitive game, well-coached game. And I'd be disappointed if it isn't as good as going down to the wire as we've had today.
Brought to you by the Field of 68, right here.
It's the 5th of 6 games in the field of 68 opening day marathon. South Dakota State and Merrimack coming up after this one. We'll kick it back out to Doster and the crew in Sioux Falls. Coming off a couple of games out there at the Sanford Pentagon. This is the last one for us here from Rock Hill.
Another little small note we have 2 Seminoles playing against each other tonight. Cameron Fletcher and Tom House. Those guys were Seminole teammates a couple of years back for the Florida State.
Yeah, hopefully Cam Fletcher, he's been hurt a lot. Hopefully he has a healthy season this year.
His preseason's been outstanding. Just stuffing the stat sheets with everything.
Furman in the purple, High Point in the white. Both teams a primary purple team, so switching off here. Furman trying to get on the board, kick it into the corner for 3. And Tom House comes flying in for the rebound. Or make it Scotty Washington, rather. And a turn looking on Cam Fletcher. Fletcher didn't see a lot of minutes last year at Xavier, trying to find a home here at High Point.
Coach Clayman's been raving about his activity defensively. Active on the glass. He says he looks up when he doesn't think he's playing well, and he'll look up and he'll have 19 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. He's like, wait a minute, I didn't see all that.
On the offensive glass, Charles Johnston opens the scoring here this evening. Officials tonight, Ryan Christian, Mike Husted, and Bobby Lineberger.
There is one difference that Furman has on that front line. They have more length. See if that comes into play, particularly on the glass.
There he is underneath Fletcher.
Cameron Fletcher.
Furman trying to run, push out on the break. That goes out of bounds. It'll stay on this end. Quick 90 seconds to open this game.
Yeah, that's one of those plays we talked about, the freshman there. If Bowser catches that, what is he going to do with it?
Nothing.
You know, you're setting him up for a travel there. That's one of those plays he's got to learn.
And Tom House buries the first 3 of the night.
From Tom House.
He came into Florida State with the reputation of a shooter and would come in late games on a Seminole team that was starved of shooting. So I expect him to really have a big year.
Diving in, 8 on the shot clock. Aquino underneath. There it is, lays it up and in. Owen Aquino, transfer from Liberty. Oh, a floater. Scoring back and forth. There he is, Jeff.
This game, it's a fun game to watch because you have so much talent on the floor. And again, they're playing fast, up and down.
Very late whistle there. Take a look. Wilkins getting that up and over as Aquino tried to swat at it.
It's a great finish there on one leg. Really good start there for the freshman. It's a late whistle here, and Aquino has been really aggressive. He's gotten the ball. He's gone right at Bowser. And fortunate enough to get the foul there. Used the rim for protection in previous possession.
Real crafty, does everything. They can run their offense through him. We saw him last year at Liberty. Just plays so hard, so smart. Came out of junior college, and Richie McKay told me he's the first JUCO kid he recruited in like 18 years.
They raved about him and his defensive ability. They're leaving him one-on-one in the post. They're not digging. You can see the confidence they have. They're leaving him alone.
Oh, great move there by Vanderwall going up and over.
Both teams got to pay attention weak side. You can't fall asleep there. You got to see cutters. They'll test your defensive discipline all night.
And then an easy layup on the other end by Rob Martin. Transfer in from SEMO. He was almost 15 points a game last year.
His speed can be a difference maker here. Got to keep him out of the paint.
And a foul underneath going for the rebound. That'll go against Furman's Asa Thomas.
you're watching High Point, they play a lot of no-middle defense, so they'll play high side, forcing you to baseline. You've got to be careful when the ball is on the sideline against their defense. They're playing the passing lanes when you try to reverse it.
That was Martin's foul there. Wilkins will try a three. Tough shot.
That's the one weakness of his game right now, his perimeter shot.
Yeah, it's good size, though, when he comes off. He's good vision.
Trap the post underneath. The easy turnover. Chase Johnston stepping in. Attacking to the basket. That's too easy. And the foul. Scotty Washington will go to the line.
Transition defense. Got to get back. They had nobody at the rim.
Yeah, no one stopped the basketball there. That's just poor transition defense. Didn't communicate.
At the line, Scotty Washington shoots.
And nobody slid in front.
Jeff, that's one of those fouls, too. Wilkins comes back. He doesn't stop the basketball. No communication. And you get the foul, and that's what we talked about. Like, as a young, inexperienced freshman, you know, he's invaluable to this team. He has to, you know, avoid those type of fouls. I always say when guys get in foul trouble, you won't get in foul trouble if you protect your first foul. And that's a bad first foul.
Checking into the lineup for Furman, number 15, Owen Whitaker.
And thrown away. High Point here. It's been a back-and-forth game early on. A lot of scoring, a lot of pace. This is exactly what we expected, fellas.
Yeah, this has got a different feel to it than the other two games, which were great. But again, just the pace, the ball movement.
And the talent.
Look at that.
Spinning to the rim. Rob Martin again.
Jeff, I mentioned to you earlier, I think Wilkins is going to have his hands full with Martin. I don't think he can contain him off the dribble.
No, Rob Martin's terrific. I mean, obviously it's SEMO, one of the best players in the league. He comes in, he's 21 years old.
And that's a part of it. He has a level of experience over Wilkins, and as good as he is.
There's Wilkins answering with a three to tie the game back up at 12.
He doesn't care about any of that, Jeff. He stepped up and knocked down a three. He gave up a basket before, but he has his hand full there. Nice move by Martin.
Underneath the Fletcher. Fletcher fading away there instead of going straight up with it. Johnston will step into a three.
This is where I think for Wilkins he can be in trouble. He has one foul already, and Martin seems to be in attack mode to start this game.
Kick out threes. Washington to Aquino. Martin. Fadeaway jumper. Smooth.
Well, how do you play him now with one foul if you're Wilkins?
Yeah, he's initiating the contact, and he's just showing his hands, and the official isn't calling it.
Aquino skies in for the board. Washington happy to push it.
Speaking of Wilkins, that's another thing he's going to learn. He's getting scored on, and he's retaliating, going right back. You love his competitiveness, but as a point guard with so much talent around you, you want to get the guys going and then have it in your hands late. He'll have plenty of opportunities to score.
Martin feeds underneath to Aquino, who will go to the line. And that sends us to the under 16 in a 14-12 game. What a start here in Rock Hill. Stick with us right after this.
need your fix of college basketball analysis at the end of every night during the season? If you crave instant reactions and informed breakdowns, make sure you tune into the Field of 68 After Dark every night with access to the biggest stars in the sport and a cast of characters that includes the likes of Tyler Hansborough, Randolph Childress, John Fanta, John Henson, Terrence Oglesby, Jarrell McNeil, and many, many more. The Field of 68 After Dark is where college basketball happens.
It is High Point 14, Furman 12, and the story of the game so far has been Rob Martin. 3 for 4 from the field. He's hit every shot inside the arc, missed the 1-3 he took, but he's already up to 6, the game's leading scorer.
Into the game for Furman, number 8, Colin O'Neill.
He has to come out. I think the guys we talked about this in the previous 2 games. They're excited to be playing someone else. You come out early in the game and you're gassed, and that was a fast-paced game right there. Both teams come out scoring the ball effectively on the offensive end, so they're into their bench early.
First free throw good for Aquino. 5.5 rebounds last year at Liberty. We saw Aquino early in the season, Jeff, down in Charleston. Liberty was in the Field of 68 tip-off event.
Also into the game.
That makes his way over here.
Just a winning player at the highest level. Does everything to win, doesn't care about the stats or the shots. Watch him. I mean, he guards. He's making life tough for Cooper Bowser, who's one of the best big men probably in mid-major basketball.
He has leverage on him in size. He's a little more physical. And he's doing a really good job of guarding Bowser in the post.
Foul underneath.
The High Point foul is on number 2.
That's on Vincent Brady, Missouri State transfer.
It's the team's second.
They just zone up on the baseline out of bounds and then go right to man.
Turnover. They have Aquino on the run out if they want him. There he is. And he lays it in. High Point up to 6, their largest lead.
I think that's the difference in those 2 bigs right there. Aquino can catch it on in a move, put it on the floor even in transition. I think Bowser, you want to give it to him at the rim.
Thomas kick out 3. Aquino has been strong underneath.
I've been impressed with the ball screen defense of a lot of these schemes we've watched today. They've done a textbook job of just fighting through screens, getting back in front of the basketball.
Oh, tough finish for Terry Anderson.
That really was. I mean, I thought that was really good defense. It was just better offense.
Looking underneath, pressure. High Point comes away with it. Panthers looking to push. Left all alone in the paint. Conrad for 2. The floater forces a Bob Ritchie timeout. It's all High Point there in that last segment. It's the Panthers by 10 at the under 12.
Furman takes the turn.
As you know by now, we have teamed up with BetMGM again this season. We'll be using BetMGM lines to make all of our picks, and we will have special offers for Field of 68 fans, including same-game parlays, best-in-class live betting, and daily odds boost. If you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, use bonus code FIELD to get up to a $1,500 first bet offer on your first wager with BetMGM. Here's how it works. You download the BetMGM app, you sign up using bonus code FIELD, you deposit at least $10 and place your first wager on any game, and you receive up to $1,500 in bonus bets if your bet loses. Just make sure you use that bonus code FIELD when you sign up. Make this college basketball season one for the history books. Make it legendary. And don't forget, if you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, use bonus code FIELD and get your $1,500 first bet offer today.
What does it mean to be an ultimate outsider? Find out on a journey from the beaches of the Atlantic to the Blue Ridge Mountains, where you can unearth new outdoor adventures around every turn. And if you've got what it takes, visit all of South Carolina's state parks to become an ultimate outsider. Start your journey at southcarolinaparks.com. Come out and play.
Quick start for High Point, forced a Furman timeout. It's High Point 22, Furman 12 early on in the first half of this one. Final game of the day from Rock Hill. We'll have one more in the field of 68's tip-off marathon out in South Dakota after this. Merrimack and South Carolina, or South Dakota State rather.
Yeah, so far when Furman's gone to that bench, their bench have responded here. It was 14-12 at the break, and they've come out on an 8-0 run. Pushed the lead up to 10.
And it's a big part of what makes this High Point team so good. Errant pass, cross-court pass. He's got to settle down.
Yeah, and he's not used to that type of defense as well. I mean, most teams will just kind of, hedge. They are pinning you on that side, and he's gotten away early with a couple of risky passes, and again, he'll settle down. His first college game, and it's just normal what's happening to him right now. But he's playing against a really good defensive defense with a scheme that he may not see again the rest of the year.
Yeah, a little better matchup for him now defensively. But what I was saying before, High Point, they have the depth because they have the resources.
Yes.
And let's be honest, and Flynn Clayman he said he hasn't shied away from the fact that, hey, you know what? We have the resources to be able to build a roster that can win the league and can win a game, at least a game in the NCAA tournament. Furman doesn't have the same NIL package this year. Both teams are really good, but again, the difference might be the depth between these two teams.
Furman trying to get out in transition. High Point a good job recovering. Another wing three, and it's House. Ends the scoring drought.
You said it before, RC. What Wilkins needs to do, get his teammates involved a little bit more, get them comfortable, and then it's going to open things up for him.
It will. I mean, don't feel like you got to do it yourself. And I think more importantly, don't feel like you have to go back at these guards. They're asked to score. It's part of the system for High Point. He just needs to settle down and just play basketball. And he's playing well. And back to your point about the NIL. That pass, again, we talked about it with Hauser, didn't go through. That's a difficult pass to catch unless they're wide open. That's the pass he's got to stop making that.
And a wing three stretches the lead. It is all High Point right now.
Yeah, Bob Ritchie getting on him a little bit here to take care of the ball. Settle down, take care of the ball.
He needs to make single plays. He's making the home run plays right now.
Too often.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other thing, Jeff, you were talking about High Point's NIL package. I contributed to that with my daughter going to High Point.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, so
no wonder why it's so hot. Now, their campus, I talked to a couple of their players, and I've been to their campus before.
Beautiful.
A long time ago. You've been, like you said, your daughter was there. They described it as Disney. That's what they said. It's like a country club.
Like. It is beautiful. Great cut there against the zone matchup there.
Yeah, it's Ben Vanderwall, right place, right time.
Clayman's not happy with that defense. Really good defense there.
And an offensive foul. We'll take another look here.
I mean, great job moving his feet, getting his body in front of the basketball, and that's not easy to do at times and with the rules, but you can see he was clearly in front of the basketball.
Yeah, Martinez pushing off.
Martinez, the Arizona transfer who didn't get a lot of time in his 2 years. He's from Spain, but did make a big three in their Sweet 16 game against Duke last year. They love him because he brings a level of toughness. He's quick, he can get after it, pesky defender. Not a great scorer, but can really pass the ball.
But he allows you to move Martin off the ball like now, and you can put the ball in his hands, and it changes Martin's role. He can be strictly in attack mode right now, and they love his toughness as well, and he's your quintessential true point guard.
Tip pass underneath, ends up in the hands of Cameron Fletcher. Bounce pass to the bucket, laying it in Martinez. What a connected team in High Point right now.
They are punishing every turnover for Furman makes. They're getting out in transition before they can set their defense, and got to take care of the basketball.
We were used to watching a high-level, high-point offense under Alan Huss, and it is not taking a breath here Wilkins, one more pass to House in the corner.
You mentioned about hustling their offense. Klayman said he wants the identity to be more about their defense, and that's what you're seeing right now from him. He wants it to flip. But he would say that now. He was the offensive coordinator a year ago. Now he's the head coach. That's part of that new continuation rule that you see implemented now that wasn't in existence before. He takes the contact and
you see this one, Cam Fletcher out ahead to Martinez. And then here, new to college basketball this year, that continuation, like you said, didn't see that much in the first 2 games, maybe if at all, but right there. And one can't convert the free throw.
All right, we're at a dangerous time right now for Furman, and because they don't seem to have another guy that can help get them in the offense right now.
No, it's all on Wilkins.
And those are the turnovers we're talking about. Yeah.
Aquino dropping it off to Fletcher, and he draws the foul. They have 31 points with 9:27 left in the first half.
No, they can get after it. You can see, and they can score in transition. They can score in the half court. They got a lot of guys, so they don't wear down. And again, Alex Wilkins, they're exposing the youth. And one of the issues for Furman, they don't really have another point guard.
No.
Bob Ritchie said, I'm going to take this kid. I'm not going to get another transfer point guard. I'm going to ride with Alex Wilkins. And you know what? He's going to have his ups and downs. But by January, February, I think this is a kid who's going to be one of the best guards, not only in the league, but maybe in the country.
Kind of lost his footing for a moment and then got called for it.
Good job by Bowser there.
Yeah, he's got to anchor them inside defensively, and he can do that. But right now, they're turning the ball over at a rate, and when they do, High Point is getting from one end to the other so fast and punishing every turnover right now. I think the thing for Wilkins, just settle down. You don't have to make the home run. Just take care of the basketball. He's going to take his lumps. He'll be great when conference play comes around, but this game is far from over.
House too strong coming around the screen. In the blink of an eye, they're up the court. Martin back out there, off the window. Oh.
Technical foul on Martin. They're going to talk after the basket.
Martin got left alone. Defensive miscommunication.
He said something right in front of the official there and doesn't like the call, but it's the right call.
Martin's a guy I talked to yesterday about this. Played at SEMO. Said he's matured a ton. He's still got some to go, but he used to meet with Brad Korn, the head coach at SEMO, every Tuesday morning to try to kind of figure that part out. He knew he needed to mature. Again, it's still an ongoing process, but he's felt like he's come a long way. And
it's just a lot of maturity, Jeff, and him acknowledging that. I mean, not many kids are willing to do that, and you're willing to acknowledge a fault. Just credit to him, and that's why there's such high expectations of this High Point team. And I think it's a big problem in the Big South against this group. If they're healthy come February, March, I mean,
they may run the table.
There will be a tough out in that league.
In that league, they're going to be a tough out if they make the tournament, the NCAA tournament.
Yeah. The right hand falling. And it's Ben Vanderwall, who's had a steady game so far tonight.
Great catch on that short roll there and finish. He's shown the ability that when they have a smaller guard on him, they've taken him inside. This is where Wilkins has got to do a better job as well. He's got to engage the basketball.
Martinez just gets left alone and says, I know what to do with that. I'll knock it down. It's a 15-point lead. Largest of the night for High Point.
Yeah, that's, again, it's no communication on the ball screen. Are you switching? Are you hedging, recovering? Cannot leave the basketball open for three.
And another turnover. It's plagued the Paladins in this first half.
And High Point has punished every turnover except that one. I mean, they're really getting out. And
a kick ball as Cam Fletcher try to sneak in that passing lane, but it'll take us to a break. It is High Point by 15 with 7:44 to go in the first.
is the premier life skills university, where student transformation is focused on personal initiative and extraordinary career outcomes. Employers value HPU's real-world preparation. Students love unprecedented access to global leaders on High Point's inspiring campus. And parents appreciate HPU's God, family, and country values. Choose to be extraordinary at High Point University.
There is no sport in America that is more difficult to follow than college basketball. It can be overwhelming. That's where the Field of 68 Daily comes into play. The Daily is your go-to source for injury updates, recruiting news, and transfer portal additions that actually matter. For just $50 a year, get access to the same information that your favorite team's coaching staff is subscribed for. Quality content can be hard to find in the college basketball space. The Daily is here to help you with that.
To the innovators, the disruptors, the game changers, the ones who brave the frontiers of knowledge with relentless curiosity. There is a place where you belong, a place that gives you an advantage. Furman is your launch pad, your proving ground, your home. Here you're not just learning, you're evolving, igniting, propelling from who you are to who you're destined to be.
So we have tableside service here at the Field of 68 Tip-Off Marathon, and it's Chef Rob Massoni, chosen the State of South Carolina Chef Ambassador of 2023, and he brought us a smoking tuna poke. This is ahi tuna.
Look at this.
Look at this.
Wow. Wait, is this all for RC?
Yeah, it is. I don't know. Thank you.
Right out of the pocket.
Yeah. I come prepared.
Delivery.
Only 2 points, Ball.
That's okay.
Sorry, Ball.
I got to pay my dues.
Yeah.
I'm digging in. Are you kidding?
Napa cabbage slaw. I'll get a tight one on.
Be careful. You might lose a finger you stick over here right now with Jeff. He's been here all day. He didn't eat lunch.
That's big time. That is big
Fantastic.
time.
Thank you, Jeff. I'll save you some money. I won't have to.
Really good.
Counter in Rock Hill, the restaurant. Chef has been.
I might be back at halftime.
Open down on Main Street. Been open for 5 years. Also the owner of York County's first and only speakeasy. Lob underneath, but yeah, ahi tuna there, Napa cabbage slaw, Asian vinaigrette, a fork to go for me. I'm online. Peppers, black sesame seeds, aioli, Asian vinaigrette.
It's big time. I'm telling you, like, I might take that home with me. Tell you what, Vanderwall's kind of keeping him in this game a little bit with his, he's been in the program forever. He's a guy who just plays hard, does all the little things, the leader of the team. But again, they need to take care of the ball.
Right.
They need to take care of the ball. And to me, defensively, they got to tighten it up here defensively.
Yeah, he's made some plays right now to help those guys out. They got 9 turnovers here in the first half, and we got 7 minutes and 14 seconds left. And
if they can cut it, they just need to go into halftime single digits.
Yeah, it's 13-zip and points off turnovers right now, and that's the difference in the game. 13. Furman needs to look no further than that. They take care of the basketball, and they're right back in this game.
Conrad Martinez leading the way right now. All scorers with 10 points. 7 minutes to go in the first half. Aquino. So much size. And he knows what to do with it. 15-point lead again for High Point.
Yeah, Keno's moving bodies around. I think Bowser's the only guy, because of his length, can really handle him inside. He's just too strong for the other guys. He's just carving out space.
That's now 2 double-figure scorers for High Point. Still 6.5 left in the first half. High Point is dominant on the offensive end, defensive end. They're physical. Look at this.
He's just moving bodies out of the way. I mean, creating angles. He's a below-the-rim guy, but he carves out space and uses the rim against shot blockers. He's showing you his experience.
And that's 10 points now for Owen Aquino. After that bucket, he can add to it. How fast is that tuna dish going to be gone here in 6:29?
I'm afraid to try it because then I'll really go quiet and start eating the rest of it, and I'll let you guys finish the half. I'm trying to hold out the halftime. It smells so good.
You're just afraid you're going to have to hit the bathroom during the game. That's all it is. Let's be honest.
No, I'm not letting you out of that steak. You're going to have to buy me for dinner tonight, so I don't want to get full.
We got to do after dark at 11:30. There's no dinner. That tuna poke that's our dinner.
That's the dinner. Right now, the pressure by Aquino at the top of the key is making Bowser have to turn his back. Great job there on the give and go.
And Bowser, haven't called his name too much yet today, but expected to be one of Furman's best throughout the season, and looking for more here as we get down toward the end of the first half.
Furman has a lot of Princeton concepts within their offense, and they may have to get one of the guards got to get going to give Bowser some help.
Vincent Brady answers with a three.
So many weapons.
Furman just hasn't been able to get it down to single digits. Largest lead of the night for High Point. And they can add to it.
Quick shots. Two quick shots. You're down by 17, and then you're taking quick shots, and you watch High Point. They're just running their offense. It's just kind of easy for them right now. And
Washington spinning into the lane with some finesse. This is a dangerous team.
And we talk so much about Martin now. Scotty Washington showing you why he's a first-team All-Big South guard. And this backcourt is, Martinez, it's humming.
They're loaded.
Charles Johnston.
They're legitimate 10 deep. High Point. Legitimate 10 deep. They can throw in a second unit there that can beat a lot of teams in their league.
Well, that's when this game, I think, changed. When their second unit came in right after the 14-minute mark. And they've been on a run since then.
Another three in the corner.
That's a tough pass to catch for the bigs.
Yeah, right at his feet.
Yeah, that's another freshman guard in O'Neal, and just the inexperience in the backcourt. You can't throw it at the knees of a big running in transition. You got to pass it maybe a second late. Allow them to catch and finish. You start forcing 7-footers to put it on the floor. You're asking for travels and fouls, and
High Point shooting 69% from the field. They are 18 for 26. A ridiculous number. Here's Wilkins leaving it up. And a foul, hard one. Anderson called for it.
Good stop there, good outlet, rebounding the ball, and Wilkins throwing the lob. You need more stops like that, more opportunities to get out and run. And
at the line for Furman,
surprised by how easy High Point has been making this thing look. I'm totally shocked right now. But Furman was concerned. I mean, the number one thing they were concerned about with their young backcourt against this High Point backcourt was turnovers.
And the problem is, it feels like every turnover has cost.
It's a pick six.
Right.
It's a pick six every time. It's not dead ball turnovers, which your coach, you don't want them, but they're having pick six and is leading in numbers and fast break opportunities.
This has been hovering around a 15-point game for the better part of 10 minutes now.
The drop coverage against Martin's is a tough out. That's there all day if they want that shot, with Bowser sitting in the paint and drop coverage.
Wilkins over Aquino.
Those are the shots again when you're down 15. Again, no pass.
And Aquino through contact, right back to 17.
Making them pay. Quick shots like that are like turnovers, and this team punishes you.
The High Point faithful fired up in Rock Hill.
We all know the Players Era Festival has become the best field in all of college basketball. And you have the opportunity to win a VIP trip to the Players Era Festival in Las Vegas, thanks to our partners over at BetMGM. Here's how it works. Opt into the contest and start placing bets on any sport of at least $10 with plus 100 odds or greater. When you do that, you earn leaderboard points based on the bet's odds and the amount that you wagered. The more you bet, the higher the odds, the more points that you earn. The top players in that contest are going to win a prize package that includes tickets to the games, withdrawable funds for travel, a 4-night stay at the luxurious Mandalay Bay here in Las Vegas, and more. For the full list of prizes, look in the description below. Make the tournament legendary with BetMGM. Vegas is calling. You gonna answer?
What does it mean to be an ultimate outsider? Find out on a journey from the beaches of the Atlantic to the Blue Ridge Mountains, where you can unearth new outdoor adventures around every turn. And if you've got what it takes, visit all of South Carolina's state parks to become an ultimate outsider. Start your journey at southcarolinaparks.com. Come out and play.
There's Owen Aquino, 13 points tonight to lead all scorers. He is 4 for 6 from the field, 5 for 6 from the free throw line, and he has done it all on both ends.
He had there. He's getting out in transition here. The quick spin, uses the rim for protection so Bowser can't block the shot. Hit a recipient, just running the floor. He just knows how to play. Takes the contact and one. I think where I've been most impressed with him is on the defensive end of the floor. He's controlling the glass. He's defending without fouling, and you can see they're leaving him alone one-on-one in the post. Gets it all league big.
So Flynn Clayman was on a flight back from the Final Four, sitting next to Joe Pierre, Furman assistant coach. Pierre last year was at Liberty. So he's telling them about this kid that they can't keep money-wise. They don't have enough money to be able to keep this big kid, and he's raving about the kid. And it's Aquino. So comes home, Flynn Clayman does his research on the kid. He's got the money. They go out there.
It's amazing how that works, huh? No, he's a really talented player, and again, he's all about winning.
Tough pass to Bowser underneath. Finds the cutting Franklin.
Bowser's done a really good job passing, and when you run those kind of concepts, you know, big that passes is just, can't describe his impact.
Scotty Washington continues to make a mark. Corner three, and one. Maybe that's the spark Furman needs.
Great job there, just running the lanes, getting an open look, and again, try to make a run to this 3-minute mark here. Game's not out of reach. But you got to get stops right now. They're having a hard time just containing the basketball. They got to contain the dribble when they get in half court once they don't turn the basketball over.
And you're in a little bit of a dilemma if you're Bob Ritchie, because Bowser's got 2 fouls right now. So you really ideally like to put him on the bench and protect him, but you can't. You're down 14. If I'm Flynn Clayman in High Point, I'm going at Bowser. I'm getting the ball to Aquino down low.
You want to trust his level of experience right now and just tell him that he cannot foul.
Easier said than done when Aquino gets the ball down there.
But Aquino's out on the perimeter more.
Martin on the floater. Gets his own rebound.
Yeah, the problem in that drop coverage against Martin is he's just too talented for it. I don't think you can guard him in the drop coverage. He's so crafty. He's snaking the drop coverage defense. He's getting to his spots. He's throwing a lob. When the bigs cut, he's shooting the floaters, and that time they didn't secure the rebound, and he goes out and bangs the 3. The guards got to do a better job of fighting through that screen to try to get back in front of the ball, to keep Bowser protecting the rim.
And another dangerous pass that's tipped out of bounds. It'll stay on this end, but we don't have the deflection counter in front of us, RC, but whatever it is for High Point, it's high.
It's as high as the difference in the points being scored off those deflections and turnovers. They're just really, really active, and that pass isn't there. They're coming weak side, but they're expecting that weak side pass to the corner.
1 on the shot clock. Paladins save it in. And blocked away from behind. Guess who? It's Aquino. Martin the other way in transition with the left.
They don't have anyone that can stay in front of him right now. I mean, I can't stress to everyone how quick and fast he is. You got to corral him in transition.
A much needed 3 for Furman. Asa Thomas.
Expect a big year out of him as well. With his size, 6'6", 6'7", and ability to stretch the defense. And
Martin, he's up to 15. Game's leading scorer. He's 7 for 9 from the field. And Bowser will go to the line.
Yeah, he's going to have his way as long as they continue in that. And it's hard. This is the defense you've practiced all year long, and it's against a crafty guard that can score it on all 3 levels. He's just getting to his spots. He's in a rhythm right now, and you may have to do something different defensively to contain him right now. Because he and Scotty Washington are just getting to their spots and completely taking control of this game.
High Point has been able to do whatever they have wanted to do offensively, RC.
Checking into the game for Furman, number
55 first half points and 38 for Furman. Nothing to scoff at.
No, it's not. It's the turnovers and just overall defensively. I know Bob Ritchie's surprised by his unit on that end of the floor. He knew they'd be in trouble with turning the ball over. That's something they knew they could not do. But even when they didn't turn the basketball over, they were having a tough time just containing the dribble.
High Point outscoring Furman 13-0 in points off turnovers. Furman with 11 turnovers to High Point's 2.
1 minute remains in the first half.
Brady.
Like when Martin gives this up, you're allowing him, O'Neal allowed him to get that ball back 3 times. When he gives it up, you got to deny him. You got to do something different. Like right now, he's catching it too easy.
Johnston looking to turn the corner. Now it's Brady. The 10 on the shot clock. Fletcher. No, an offensive rebound. And that'll go against Fletcher.
You can see the scouting report. They're playing Fletcher to drive. I think he's got to step in that shot in rhythm and just take the open shot.
So a 16-point lead. The difference in this game, as you've continually said, RC, is turnovers. And can Furman cut down on that in the second half? And they're going to have to.
They're going to have to if they want to get back in it. And I think they got to be a little bit more aggressive in their ball screen defense, too. They're playing drop coverage. Bowser's doing his job protecting the rim, but these guards have got to do a better job against Martin, and I know it's tough. But you got to fight and get back in front of the basketball.
Shot clock is off. It went underneath, and Cam Fletcher's called for a foul.
Bowser's the ability of a big and Princeton-style offense there as they run the away and get the backdoor cut. And it's actually good against this defense if you can have the ball in the middle of the floor and play through your bigs. They just hadn't been able to get much out of it when the ball has gone on the side of the court. High Point's done a really good job of just pinning them on the side and getting their hands active when they tried to reverse it. It's been a really impressive 20 minutes of basketball for High Point. You know, you want to come out of the gate, you don't know what you have when you got a new roster.
I was talking to Cam Fletcher yesterday, team's practice here. Just talking about how impressive it is. Here is Fletcher at the buzzer. Off the front of the rim. Almost banked it in. And at the end of the first 20 minutes, a 55-point first half for High Point. They were led by Martin with 15. Aquino had 13. Martinez had 10. 3 double-figure scorers for High Point all over the place. A dominant first half.
Furman's got to go when he catch their breath, like realize what hit him.
And we'll go over to the sideline for Jeff Goodman with High Point head coach Flynn Clayman.
All right, Flynn, you're up 15. You've been able to do kind of what you want offensively. How do you make sure that you kind of keep your foot in the gas?
Just got to stay locked in. I mean, we're locked in from the start. I think we had a little lapse towards the end of the half once we got that 16, 17-point lead. But if we just keep doing what we're doing, touching paint, we're winning the points in the paint battles. We stay aggressive that way, we'll be fine offensively.
You know, you guys are deep, but Rob and Owen have looked absolutely terrific. I know you were happy to get them, but now that you've been able to coach them for 20 minutes, what do you think about their toughness?
Rob, Owen, Conrad, too, off the bench, fantastic. I just love them all. I mean, we didn't miss on anybody. Great kids, great players. Hope they keep it up the rest of the game.
All right. Thanks, Flynn.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
High Point leads it 55-40 at the break. Stick with us. We'll be right back after this.
Do you need your fix of college basketball analysis at the end of every night during the season? If you crave instant reactions and informed breakdowns, make sure you tune into the Field of 68 After Dark every night with access to the biggest stars in the sport and a cast of characters that includes the likes of Tyler Hansborough, Randolph Childress, John Fanta, John Henson, Terrence Oglesby, Jarrell McNeil, and many, many more. The Field of 68 After Dark is where college basketball happens. As you know by now, we have teamed up with BetMGM again this season. We'll be using BetMGM lines to make all of our picks, and we will have special offers for Field of 68 fans, including same-game parlays, best-in-class live betting, and daily odds boost. If you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, use bonus code FIELD to get up to a $1,500 first bet offer on your first wager with BetMGM. Here's how it works. You download the BetMGM app, you sign up using bonus code FIELD, you deposit at least $10 and place your first wager on any game, and you receive up to $1,500 in bonus bets if your bet loses. Just make sure you use that bonus code FIELD when you sign up. Make this college basketball season one for the history books. Make it legendary. And don't forget, if you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, use bonus code FIELD and get your $1,500 first bet offer today.
What does it mean to be an ultimate outsider? Find out on a journey from the beaches of the Atlantic to the Blue Ridge Mountains, where you can unearth new outdoor adventures around every turn. And if you've got what it takes, visit all of South Carolina's state parks to become an ultimate outsider. Start your journey at southcarolinaparks.com. Come out and play.
It was all High Point in that first half, a 55-point first 20 minutes for High Point to lead Furman 55-40. An impressive start to this one. And who better to talk about it than the athletic director at High Point, Dan Hauser. Dan, it's great to have you on the broadcast here today. How are you?
Doing well, Paul. Good to be here, Jeff. Thanks so much.
No, absolutely. Thank that. Now, this plate of food, I know it looks enticing. It's there for you if you wanted to have an extra fork.
I saw the delivery. It looked impressive.
It's not one of your five-star restaurants on campus. You know, they have 3.
Yes.
I've been told. It's incredible. It's incredible. I've never visited High Point's campus, but I know it's on the list because it looks just incredible when I see the pictures of everything. Talk us through this offseason and what has looked like here coming into this year.
Well, it's been an exciting one. Obviously, we had a great coach in Alan Huss, who did an amazing thing, 56 wins in 2 years, top 10 in the country in wins over the last 2 years. And he had a great decision to go back to Creighton, and then we really just wanted to do a national search and talk to Flynn Clayman and hear how Flynn was going to be Flynn Clayman 1.0 and not Alan Huss 2.0. And when we met with Flynn, we knew we had the right guy on our team.
What was it about Flynn? Because I've gotten a chance to know him a little bit, and here's what has really blown me away. How laser focused he is.
Yeah, he is so focused, and his ability to recruit is unmatched. Obviously, he led our offense during those 56 wins. We were top 3 in the nation in offensive efficiency. And then the other thing I think, we talked a lot during our conversation is how do we get to the NCAA tournament and win? And he really picked apart, some of the things that were our shortcomings when we played Purdue in the NCAA tournament and what he was going to focus in on, and that was going to be defense, changing up our defensive style. You saw a lot of that pressure tonight. It needs to get cleaned up a little bit on the fouls, but I think that's a recipe for us to try to have success in the NCAA tournament.
We talked a lot in that first half about how dangerous this team looks, just athletically, what they can do, how fast they play. This looks like a very dangerous team.
We think so. We got 2 great guards in Rob Martin and Conrad Martinez. Those are 2 special guards. They'd probably both be starters on any other team. And then you complement that with our size. And our size, we had Jeslyn Bodo last year, who was an amazing player, a big rebounder. But those 4s and 5s last year, I don't know if they could stretch the defense. The 4s and 5s this year can stretch the defense and shoot 3s. Now we have to figure out rebounding because Bodo was a great rebounder. But I like this stretching of the defense with the 4s and 5s.
So I was at High Point once, back in about 2010, did a story on Alan Chaney, who had a heart issue, and I had known for a long time. The campus has changed a lot. It was beautiful then. I walked away saying, this is like a 4 seasons. How different is it even from when I was there?
Yeah, I've been here 12 years. You've been there a little bit longer. It's truly amazing. We've gone from a 90-acre campus to a 600-acre campus. We've built over 120 buildings on campus. We have a $170 million Cabane Center basketball arena, which we call the most elite, the finest basketball arena in the country. I'll put it up against anybody for just the finishing touches and how nice it is. And there's just an amazing environment at HPU with our God country and family and country values, our premier life skills values. And we've gone from a 1,500 student campus to over 6,000 plus in President Cabane's leadership, which is 21 years.
That is incredible. I mean, I really, when you look at the way that this program has developed, what's the future of this program and the foundation that's been laid?
Well, we're building this to last. I mean, we want to be a nationally ranked program. We believe that we have a special place in basketball and we can position ourselves there. And so we focused in on our arena. We focused in on trying to get the most elite coaching staff we can. We've really zeroed in on rev share. We've zeroed in on our scheduling philosophy. And then the last piece is our home game environment and our crowds. Those are the pillars that we're putting all of our efforts in, and we believe we can get a sustained basketball product that's nationally ranked year in and year out.
And one thing that Flynn hasn't shied away from is we have resources. Like a lot of coaches right now don't want to let it be known when they have NIL and they have money. He says, hey, you know what? We embrace it. We got to win because I was given everything I need to be able to win.
Yep. And we play the transfer game. We're not afraid of that. When players come in and if they leave after 1 or 2 years, we wish them well. We want to see them succeed after they leave HPU because if we can become the brand where you can come and become skill developed and learn a lot about the game and then enhance your statistical package underneath our offense and defensive system, that's a great thing. And if players leave in that model, it is what it is. It's college basketball today, and you just have to have a smart and positive attitude through the whole dynamic.
it's easier to be smiling right now when you're up 15 against a really good Furman team at halftime.
Oh, they're an outstanding team. Obviously, won 25 games last year, went to the NIT. I mean, it's going to be a battle. We've got one more half to go. And, I don't have to put any pressure on my coach because when he accepted this job, Flynn Clayman, he said anything less than getting to the NCAA tournament is a failure. And I want the job knowing that. And that's what our fan base is hoping for. But it's a long season. We can't thank enough the Field of 68 for putting this event on. Thank you so much for including us in it and just putting momentum and excitement into the first day of basketball.
Well, Dan, we appreciate you taking a few minutes here at halftime of this game to sit down, talk about your athletic department, your school, and this program. It's a special one, and we can't thank you enough.
Thank you so much, Paul. Thanks Jeff. Appreciate it. And thanks for a great event.
Absolutely. We'll be right back. Second half, right around the corner here on the Field of 68.
University is the premier life skills university, where student transformation is focused on personal initiative and extraordinary career outcomes. Employers value HPU's real-world preparation. Students love unprecedented access to global leaders on High Point's inspiring campus. And parents appreciate HPU's God, family, and country values. Choose to be extraordinary at High Point University.
There is no sport in America that is more difficult to follow than college basketball. It can be overwhelming. That's where the Field of 68 Daily comes into play. The Daily is your go-to source for injury updates, recruiting news, and transfer portal additions that actually matter. For just $50 a year, get access to the same information that your favorite team's coaching staff is subscribed for. Quality content can be hard to find in the college basketball space. The Daily is here to help you with that.
To the innovators, the disruptors, the game changers, the ones who brave the frontiers of knowledge with relentless curiosity. There is a place where you belong, a place that gives you an advantage. Furman is your launch pad, your proving ground, your home. Here you're not just learning, you're evolving, igniting, propelling from who you are to who you're destined to be.
We all know the Players Era Festival has become the best field in all of college basketball. And you have the opportunity to win a VIP trip to the Players Era Festival in Las Vegas, thanks to our partners over at BetMGM. Here's how it works. Opt into the contest and start placing bets on any sport of at least $10 with plus 100 odds or greater. When you do that, you earn leaderboard points based on the bet's odds and the amount that you wager. The more you bet, the higher the odds, the more points that you earn. The top players in that contest are going to win a prize package that includes tickets to the games, withdrawable funds for travel, a 4-night stay at the luxurious Mandalay Bay here in Las Vegas, and more. For the full list of prizes, look in the description below. Make the tournament legendary with BetMGM. Vegas is calling. You gonna answer?
What does it mean to be an ultimate outsider? Find out on a journey from the beaches of the Atlantic to the Blue Ridge Mountains, where you can unearth new outdoor adventures around every turn. And if you've got what it takes, visit all of South Carolina's state parks to become an ultimate outsider. Start your journey at southcarolinaparks.com. Come out and play.
High Point 55, Furman 40. The story of the first half, turnovers. Paul Fritchner, Randolph Childress, Jeff Goodman with you. And as we take a look at what happened in that first half, Randolph, like I said, it was just taking care of the basketball. Furman didn't do it very well.
It was the concern that we had from the start was the freshmen or the youth in the backcourt for Furman against the experience of High Point, and it showed early in the first half. They'll be much better here in the second half, but they'll learn you can't spot teams 15-point leads and then think you're going to come back against an experienced, high-powered group like High Point.
Jeff, thoughts on the first half?
Well, I want to see how Wilkins can respond here.
Right.
Like RC said, hey, you had a rough first half of your college career going up against a guy that's 21 years old, who's been an all-league guy in the OVC. Can you settle down now, and can your teammates help you settle down a little bit? Don't make the home run play.
And this isn't on him. They all have to look at themselves and be disappointed in their defensive effort, because then when they didn't turn it over and give up transition baskets in a half-court set, they had trouble guarding the basketball. And I know Bob Rich is disappointed in that. We see the potential. We know how good they will be. But they got to take care of the basketball here and show some fight. The first 5 minutes will be critical if they want to get back in this game.
We'll take a look back at what happened in that first half, and it was all about transition. You see here, High Point off the rebound, Martin spinning, dishing, finishing.
I mean, that's just transition. They're off a miss, and it's just one pass and a layup here, and though it's a block shot, you never see anyone engage the basketball early, and you got to contain Martin and corral him, and that's a good shot, long rebound, and they're just out running, and you just never get your feet set. They had you on your heels so much. Here, 2 guys come to Martin. He just scored a couple of baskets. He was the leading scorer for the majority of the game, and that lack of communication and things like that. That's not just Wilkins. I know we've talked about him. This team right now has to rally together and start playing better basketball.
Yeah, Rod Martin's a great player, but you can't make it easy on him.
No.
They've given him some easy ones, too. He's earned a few, but honestly, they've given him some easy ones to get going.
I think everyone's had it easy. I don't think there's been much resistance. I think Aquino's had a really good, strong half. Scotty's had moments, Washington, and I think it's just – there hasn't been a lot of fighting for him, and that's been a little disappointing. The turnovers are one thing, but competing after those turnovers is entirely another story, and they haven't done that yet. And I know Bob Ritchie is disappointed in that part for his group, and they will respond. This is a talented team. We know they're picked second in the SoCon, and they come out right now changing things up here to 1-3-1.
High Point with 3 players in double figures, Martin, Aquino, and Martinez. And Furman without any in double figures so far tonight.
Staying in a 1-3-1 on the sideline out of bounds. And officials got to reset the clock here. There's been 26 seconds on the clock.
I don't know how long a minute 93 is, but
we may find out.
That's Jeff Goodman's math there. How long is that, Jeff?
I don't know. I might have been able to tell you in game 1, but not game 3.
There we go. Game clock and shot clock was off. Now they got it together. 1-3-1 in the length now. It's bothering them a little bit.
Got to try something different, right?
Longer 3, and he hits it. That's nothing different than what we saw in the first half right there. Another 3. That's his second. He's up to 18.
I mean, he's a 40% three-point shooter, and shot clock running low. He just walked into that one. I can't tell you how good a job Aquino's doing on the ball with Bowser. He's making him turn his back, so he can't always see the cutting that's going on behind him.
Look at the help there, too.
Good defensive rotation from High Point. Maybe a little mismatch for Bowser.
Got to make that.
Yeah, he had a significant size advantage.
They're just a step behind right now.
Martin left wide open on the step back. And Furman just lost it out of bounds.
House just tripped over his teammate there and lost his footing. So another unforced turnover.
Fletcher short on it.
And we haven't even called his name much. And
yeah, he got the scoring started and haven't heard from him since on the offensive end. There's Johnston.
Great clear out on the 2-man ball screen there. Again, if you're Wilkins, keep making singles. If you're their bigs, there's no shot blockers on the floor. You just catch it and elevate. It's more to Furman's advantage. Here they're going in their gaps man defense.
And a foul on the floor. And a 16-point lead. High Point has been kind of hovering around that 15 to 19-point lead for a majority of this game now. Got out in front, and that's where it stayed.
It's a dangerous team, too, because I feel like everybody on the floor, for the most part, can put it on the floor for High Point and make a play.
Yeah, and that's the difference in these two teams now with the way that they play. Furman is running more than Princeton-style cuts, and I think Aquino's doing a really good job. That's really difficult to guard when you're big, is mobile, and a passer. You're worried about him driving you. Aquino is not worried about that. He's up pressuring Bowser, making him turn his back so he can't see all the cuts going on, and they're going back to this two-man game.
Pass into the corner. That was dangerous. Found its way there, and then guess who? It's Martin. Leaving it off for Aquino. Wow. Throwing it down.
Wow. Another turnover, another fast break layup.
Trying to go underneath the Bowser. Martin steps in. Another turnover.
That'll be the theme of the day for the young man. It'll just be singles. Take the easy play.
Off the back iron. Wilkins trying to push with the right hand.
You can see the talent and the speed there, just pushing it from one end to the other. That's what you want to see. Be aggressive in transition.
They got to get stopped.
They got to get stopped. They just hadn't been able to get many stops. And it's just a tough matchup for these guards. I mean, anybody in front of Washington or Martin, they're just getting wherever they want on the floor.
And a foul on the far side. Take a look back here at Owen Aquino getting to the rim.
That is his first.
I mean, dribble handoff with a guard. He just turns the corner, just hammers it home, and he's been so impressive because he's done it on both ends of the floor. He has been anchoring the paint defensively with his physicality, but he's also been really good on the offensive end.
Yeah, Furman. It's a chance for the Paladins to cut into it. Wilkins to the bucket.
They found something with that two-man game. It's making the decision processing easier for the freshman guard. That time he rejected the ball screen, turned the corner.
Johnston quiets the crowd. Chase Johnston, the lone returning starter, led the league in three-point percentage last year. And it's off balance coming around.
He's in his 7th year of college. How about this cool story? He was at Stetson. Here he goes.
Washington to Johnston underneath. That is fluidity at its best.
Johnston was at Stetson in 2020-21. He was the freshman of the year in the A-Sun. 4 years ago, you know what he did with some of his NIL money this year? He gave it back to Stetson because he said Donnie Jones, the head coach, and that program had such a huge impact on him that he gave some of his NIL money back to them.
Wow, that's amazing.
Another run out. There he is for three. Battle for the board. And the foul on Furman. And we'll head to the under 16. It's a 19-point lead.
We all know the Players Era Festival has become the best field in all of college basketball. And you have the opportunity to win a VIP trip to the Players Era Festival in Las Vegas, thanks to our partners over at BetMGM. Here's how it works. Opt into the contest and start placing bets on any sport of at least $10 with plus 100 odds or greater. When you do that, you earn leaderboard points based on the bet's odds and the amount that you wagered. The more you bet, the higher the odds, the more points that you earn. The top players in that contest are going to win a prize package that includes tickets to the games, withdrawable funds for travel, a 4-night stay at the luxurious Mandalay Bay here in Las Vegas, and more. For the full list of prizes, look in the description below. Make the tournament legendary with BetMGM. Vegas is calling. You gonna answer?
What does it mean to be an ultimate outsider? Find out on a journey from the beaches of the Atlantic to the Blue Ridge Mountains, where you can unearth new outdoor adventures around every turn. And if you've got what it takes, visit all of South Carolina's state parks to become an ultimate outsider. Start your journey at southcarolinaparks.com. Come out and play.
High Point by 19, and Jeff Goodman. Take a look there at Ben Vanderwall for Furman. Great story from Ben Vanderwall.
Yeah, big-time family guy. He's got a younger brother, Jake, who's autistic. He said he's relatively nonverbal, 14 years old, going into high school this year, and he said he's given me a ton of perspective. The challenges that I think I face, it's nothing. They talk all the time. He said he brings such a smile to our family, a life. Can't imagine our lives without him. He used to not want to come to their games. Last year, he sat in the front row at Fog Allen, right behind their bench. Absolutely loved it. He's not here now because he's in school, but watches videos. I'm sure Jake's watching him play right now, and so proud of his brother, both of them. I mean, again, Ben just, the smile that he has on his face when he is talking about Jake, it's awesome. It's just so cool.
Ben Vanderwall tonight with 8 points.
I'd get Jake a jersey right now at this rate. He might. Ben needs some help out there. Let's get Jake out there right now.
Well, Ben plays so hard.
He does.
mean, you can see that's the thing that he brings to this program.
Yes, he's
leadership, toughness, energy, intensity, all of that. And one of the things he said, because Furman has kind of two teams here. They got a bunch of veterans. They got half the team that's veterans and then half the team that's young freshmen, like O'Neal, like Wilkins. And he said, we got to bring these young guys along.
They do.
They don't understand what I know now that I didn't get when I was a freshman.
What games like this do for freshmen is just gives you understand now what the coaches and your veterans have been explaining to you all game long. And like we said this earlier, games, freshmen need to learn, one, how hard they have to play. And then once they learn how hard they have to play, then they have to learn how smart they have to play while they're playing hard. And that's kind of what's happening with this young backcourt. And we kind of saw it before with the matchups. This is not an easy backup. I mean, when High Point goes to their bench, they go into an Arizona transfer.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just not something you see all the time that you're thinking of at a mid-major level. And this High Point group is, they're dialed in and they're loaded.
No, you're right. Conrad Martinez has been playing against Jaden Bradley for the last 2 years in practice.
Well, and he's a gamer.
Right.
I mean, you're talking about a guy with postseason experience. And
Martinez. Driving. Martinez with 4 on the timer. And a corner 3 for Vincent Brady.
I mean, that's just a great possession there.
Cam Fletcher almost swiped it out of bounds.
Lead now up to 20. And they're going to start in that zone and make you throw it over top and then set their defense.
Can't answer on the 3, but an offensive board. It's Colin O'Neal, and he'll go to the line.
Great job by Neal. Trying to make plays.
Number 9, Conrad Martinez. That is his second. It's the team's third.
Initiating the contact there.
Colin O'Neal shoots 2 shots.
If you're Bob Ritchie right now with this group, you want to see the fight in these guys. You know, you're down 20. There's still plenty of time left. You don't have to play well, but is the intensity and the effort there on the defensive end to play well? Growing pains is one thing. Intensity always has to be there, and it needs to be there on the defensive end of the floor.
And then another foul. It'll keep it on this end. So Anderson and Aquino both with 3 fouls for High Point. Something to keep an eye on. Bowser with 3 fouls for Furman. Still a 20-point lead. Franklin will try a three. Can't get the friendly roll. And in the blink of an eye, it's back the other way. Martinez.
Jeff, Aquino's playing so well. I thought we'd see Yusuf Singari more. And how do you take him out of the game right now?
You can't. I mean, he will if it stays at 20 in the last few minutes. But Owen Aquino, to me, you could say what you want about, obviously, the addition of Rob, but I think Owen Aquino might have been the biggest portal addition here for this team because, like you said, he anchors the defense. What's the biggest reason that High Point is going to win a game in the tournament? It's got to be their defense.
Yeah, and he's doing it by not being a shot blocker. He's doing it by defensive positioning. There is Cam. Fletcher finally gets himself going here in the second half.
Cam Fletcher starting to turn things up, and then a quick answer, but it's still a 20-point lead for High Point.
I'm okay with that foul. This is the effort I want to see defensively. You're fighting through screens, and you're down by 20. There's no quit in this group.
The Furman foul is on number 0.
Yeah, Furman picked second in the SoCon preseason poll. They got 5 first-place votes alongside Chattanooga.
That's what makes this so impressive for High Point. They're beating a really good Furman team. They're not just beating them. They have absolutely dominated this game from start to 13-27 left right now. And this could be a 30-point game.
Here's Fletcher. Handing it off and laying it in. Terry Anderson. And Cam Fletcher started his career at Kentucky, went to Florida State, then to Xavier, battled multiple injuries throughout his career and has found his way to High Point and really established himself through the preseason. But great to see Fletcher finally finding some career momentum.
And he's starting to assert himself in this game, the last couple of possessions being really aggressive. And he doesn't have to force anything. I've been impressed with how unselfish this High Point unit is. They're so connected and sharing the basketball.
Up ahead it goes. Look out. Oh, and he laid it in. I think he got caught on the wrong foot. 24-point lead.
Look at the defense again. They're just jumping everything, and they're going to force the bigs to make those shots and to live with it.
And they're all contested.
Yeah, they're rotating over. But when they get you on the side, they want to pin you over there and not let the ball rotate.
Fletcher out to set a screen for Martin. Martin looking to drive.
No answer. They just can't contain him off the bounce. Like I said, his speed is one thing. That happens with anybody. You watch it on film, it's just different when it's in person.
We'll go to the under 12. It's a 26-point lead. The largest lead of the night just continues to grow for High Point. We'll be right back.
Do you need your fix of college basketball analysis at the end of every night during the season? If you crave instant reactions and informed breakdowns, make sure you tune into the Field of 68 After Dark every night with access to the biggest stars in the sport and a cast of characters that includes the likes of Tyler Hansborough, Randolph Childress, John Fanta, John Henson, Terrence Oglesby, Jarrell McNeil, and many, many more. The Field of 68 After Dark is where college basketball happens.
Back here in the second half, it's a 26-point lead for High Point. Led in scoring right now, Rob Martin with 24 double-figure scores. As you can see, Martin just slicing and dicing his way to the bucket. Fadeaway, mid-range, from deep. It doesn't matter. Martin's done it all.
He has. They just can't contain his dribble, and he's getting in the paint that well. He's forcing rotation. When someone helps, he's laying it off, but sometimes he's getting by guys so fast that help can't get there fast enough. And we knew he'd be a problem, but he's definitely controlled this game. And Jeff, you said it before the game. It's been a day of the small guards. All three games today. Those small guards have really controlled the pace and the effort and intensity on both sides of the ball for their team throughout the day.
I'll say this too, watching this High Point team. Maybe this is a crazy statement. I think they're better than 25 high major teams.
Easy, Jeff. Easy, Jeff. It's still early. I think they could be some. The only thing I'd say is I think their guard play will keep them in any game, and they're going to have to get some frontline help behind a guy like Aquino to make sure that they're solid. If Yusuf Singari it can develop and just be solid for him, then I think the only issue they're going to have against a high major program would be size.
Yeah, he's not a shot blocker, but he's got long arms. He's so smart. He's always in the right position. You're right. They probably missed that one, and they have him on the bench. One long big.
Yeah. Martin, can he play on a perimeter right now the way Aquino plays?
No, I don't think so. I think Aquino is kind of a unicorn in today's college basketball. I don't think there's anybody else like him.
Fletcher in for the rebound. Martin up to 22.
Like, he's the one who's directing the offense a lot of the time.
They're definitely playing through him, and you see him on the perimeter, and what that does is it clears the paint out and allows Martin and these guards to get downhill.
Furman trying to establish some offense off the perimeter here. 4 out. On the cut. Easy lay-in for House.
I feel like that's the first easy basket they've gotten. I don't know, maybe all game. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I think they've got to do a better job of, and again, against this defensive style, not everyone plays this, but it's the better you can keep the ball in the middle of the court, they won't load up their defense. You keep them honest in that standpoint. Once you get off to the side, the help side's coming hot and heavy.
Contested shot. Get back the other way. That was Aquino. And lost it. Aquino up ahead. Gonna have to track it down, and he won't be able to.
Returning to the lineup for Furman, number 10, Alex.
High Point has made 6 of their last 8 shots from the field. They lead by 24. Their largest lead, 26.
Also into the game, number 12, Scotty Washington.
Poked away. Another run out. 3-on-1.
Another pick 6. They got away with one there, and now Cam Fletcher's cleaning it up. That's just been a theme of the day.
6 points now for Cam Fletcher, the Xavier transfer. And an easy one again. There's Aquino into the passing lane.
He's been so disruptive in that high post, and that's critical for Furman. I mean, this is a tape that other teams are going to look at, and I don't know if they have a big, Jeff, to your point, that can get out and defend like this on the perimeter. He's hedging ball screens, pressuring the big at the three-point line, and they're all over the place right now.
Another turnover. Martinez underneath to Fletcher.
Fletcher from Conrad Martinez.
Wow.
30 points.
A 30-point lead for High Point with 8:46 to go.
Do you need your fix of college basketball analysis at the end of every night during the season? If you crave instant reactions and informed breakdowns, make sure you tune into the Field of 68 After Dark every night with access to the biggest stars in the sport and a cast of characters that includes the likes of Tyler Hansborough, Randolph Childress, John Fanta, John Henson, Terrence Oglesby, Jarrell McNeil, and many, many more. The Field of 68 After Dark is where college basketball happens.
6-0 run for High Point in the last 34 seconds. That's off of 4 Furman turnovers in the last 91 seconds. And they've just been easy run-out layups, dunks.
We've talked about it all game long. They've been pick sixes and just turnovers are leading them. You don't get a chance to set your defense. I didn't see this, Jeff. I thought it would be a much competitive game. I thought there was the potential to have some struggles, but I didn't see 30-point game with 8 minutes and 46 seconds left. And to be quite honest, the energy of Furman right now, they look like this. They are overmatched.
They want it over.
They're overmatched.
They look like they want to go home, and they want to try to I mean, that's going to be the interesting part. They got Friday night. They got Troy at home.
Well, that's good because games like this, you don't want to be at practice. I can assure you of that.
Yeah.
Bowser rejected by the rim, stays here.
There's one thing to lose at times, and there's another thing when you don't look like you're competing all the time and like you're putting your head down.
So what do you do if you're Bob Ritchie tomorrow?
It's defense.
How do you handle this?
It's defense.
Are you showing them the tape of everything?
Absolutely.
How much?
Yeah, we're rewatching this together. And then the turnovers, you're going to get better at this growth. But the lack of effort on the defensive end and the competitiveness is what you're questioning about. It's just a defensive thing you're talking about, like right there.
Fletcher, and one.
That's just a ball screen. Johnson's got to come over and get it, stick his body in front of that. It's just a step late. But you're worried about who you're guarding in the corner. And again, that's happened too many times, too many defensive breakdowns. And that's exactly what we're talking about.
We'll go to the under 8, 86-54. Cam Fletcher in double figures now for High Point.
As you know by now, we have teamed up with BetMGM again this season. We'll be using BetMGM lines to make all of our picks, and we will have special offers for Field of 68 fans, including same-game parlays, best-in-class live betting, and daily odds boost. If you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, use bonus code FIELD to get up to a $1,500 first bet offer on your first wager with BetMGM. Here's how it works. You download the BetMGM app, you sign up using bonus code FIELD, you deposit at least $10 and place your first wager on any game, and you receive up to $1,500 in bonus bets if your bet loses. Just make sure you use that bonus code FIELD when you sign up. Make this college basketball season one for the history books. Make it legendary. And don't forget, if you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, use bonus code FIELD and get your $1,500 first bet offer today.
What does it mean to be an ultimate outsider? Find out on a journey from the beaches of the Atlantic to the Blue Ridge Mountains, where you can unearth new outdoor adventures around every turn. And if you've got what it takes, visit all of South Carolina's state parks to become an ultimate outsider. Start your journey at southcarolinaparks.com. Come out and play.
High Point on an 8-0 run right now in the last 87 seconds, but for the game, fellas, 37 for 59 from the field. 37 for 59, that is 63%.
It's actually been a flawless performance. I mean, they're on pace to score well over 100 points. I mean, they're 86 with 7 minutes and 52 seconds left to go. And their culture with their intensity and how they play, there's no let-up. Like, you go to the bench, I mean, there's no let-up. The bench guys play. I mean, this is a standard that this program is playing at right now. There's a competition for minutes. So there is no let-up.
So it's funny, in the offseason before, it might have been right after Alan Huss left for Creighton to become the coach in waiting at his alma mater, I said to him, I said, you know, why would you leave? And he said, obviously, to be the head coach at Creighton in a year or 2 years, whatever it's going to be, but we're talking about this team this year. I said, just watch. Last year's team was good. This year's team is going to be really, really, really good.
I think they're better than they were a year ago.
They are.
I said that to the AD earlier before halftime, that I thought this group was better than last year's group. I mean, he's got a great staff with him as well. I didn't realize Ben Fletcher, who was the interim coach at South Florida when the coaching world lost Amir Abdul-Rahim, and he coached Flynn at Troy. And it was a welcoming addition to this staff, and he brings a level of experience as well. And
underneath Bowser. There's an easy lay-in. Johnston again. He has 8. Thomas and Wilkins both with 11 for Furman in double figures. 5 double-figure scorers for High Point. An easy 3. It's falling.
So the other thing these days that you got to watch now, they're up 31 by my Doster math.
Be careful with that. That's not dependable.
No, it is not. But with the net these days, in a way, if you're Flynn claiming, this is going to be a good Furman team. We know they're going to have a pretty good net at the end of the year. So on one hand, I'm saying, when do you put in your backups? When do you put in your reserves? When do you put in maybe even your walk-ons? But in a way, you're rewarded for running it up. You're rewarded for it because the score, the efficiencies aren't capped, and they are so efficient tonight. So why not, if you're Flynn claiming, keep going, keep putting it on, and it's only going to help you, because at the end of the year, you want to be in the mix for an at-large, and the only way to do that is to win games and win them by big margins.
Well, I agree with you, but I think it's just for different reasons. I think it's just the beginning of the year, and you want to teach your guys to play for 40 minutes. And it's unfortunate right now for Furman at their demise that it can get ugly and they can score 110 points. But you want your guys to continue to play.
Yeah, I get that, but Rob Martin played. He played for 35 minutes if you take him out of the 5-minute mark, and he played hard.
Right.
You can put in your reserves and tell them, hey, we want you to play the same way the starters did. Plus, again, you know, the back end of your bench got minutes, but maybe not as many minutes. I just think it's a dilemma that these coaches face right now. What do?
You leave your guys out here like they're doing, and you continue to play. I think it's when you're in season, that's one thing. I don't think you worry about that much, too, when you're in a one-bit league anyway.
This team might, though. That's what I'm saying.
There's a possibility of that.
This team might be in the mix. They might be in the equation as a rare mid-major at-large team. And again, putting up these type of numbers, you'll see them if they keep doing this. When the first net comes out,
right,
they can be way
I see
up
what you're
there.
saying. We'll see. They'll have to play some non-conference opponents, but they're the type of program now that high majors don't want to play.
No,
like, you're not looking at that roster going, I don't want to play you. We talked about that yesterday in practice. Everyone that saw the accumulation of talent knew this High Point team would be good. Now, we didn't expect this performance today,
yes,
Paul. I mean, you and I were talking to the coach about that, but we knew, and they know they're good.
A 93-point performance. I mean, still, there's 5:11 left in this game.
Yeah, that's a lot of time. That's too much time for walk-ons there, Jeff. You give the walk-ons this much time, they're going to want to be in a rotation. That's like giving Rob. You wouldn't give Rob Dowsett this many minutes. He'd scored 2 points and be in your office complaining tomorrow, thinking he deserves more playing time.
I mean, you know who they got? Homecoming is the next game, Saturday. Averett University comes to High Point for homecoming. How'd you like to be Averett University watching this game right now?
Yeah, I talked to the Queens assistant coach, and he ran into him at halftime, and he is wildly impressed with. He thought Winthrop was good. He was really impressed with how good High Point is.
Look at the schedule: Jacksonville, UAB at Birmingham. That's going to be a tough one. Canisius at home, UIC, and somebody else in Daytona Beach. They win those probably. Western Carolina at home, Southern Illinois at home, NJIT at home, App State on the road, Mary Baldwin, LaSalle. Bryant, they could run the table, guys, in the non-conference and be beating teams by an average of 20 points a game. And it won't. Would it surprise you?
No, it would not. Not with that schedule. And again, we talked about it where, you know, the high majors don't want to play him. They're all slowing the game down, but the problem is Rob Martin with the ball in his hand.
I'm telling you, this team could go through the entire season with 5 losses or less.
I think they will.
Right, easy. Maybe 2 or 3.
Head to break. The under 4 last media timeout of the day in Rock Hill. It's a 30-point game.
Ladies and gentlemen.
High Point University is the premier life skills university, where student transformation is focused on personal initiative and extraordinary career outcomes. Employers value HPU's real-world preparation. Students love unprecedented access to global leaders on High Point's inspiring campus. And parents appreciate HPU's God, family, and country values. Choose to be extraordinary at High Point University.
There is no sport in America that is more difficult to follow than college basketball. It can be overwhelming. That's where the Field of 68 Daily comes into play. The Daily is your go-to source for injury updates, recruiting news, and transfer portal additions that actually matter. For just $50 a year, get access to the same information that your favorite team's coaching staff is subscribed for. Quality content can be hard to find in the college basketball space. The Daily is here to help you with that.
To the innovators, the disruptors, the game changers, the ones who brave the frontiers of knowledge with relentless curiosity. There is a place where you belong, a place that gives you an advantage. Furman is your launch pad, your proving ground, your home. Here you're not just learning, you're evolving, igniting, propelling from who you are to who you're destined to be.
Fellas, we've talked a lot about the turnovers tonight. That's been the discrepancy, but the three-point shot has been on the money for High Point. 9 for 18.
It's been flawless. I mean, they're 9 of 18 from behind the three-point line. I mean, I think the only thing Coach Clayman could be upset about is free throws. They've 6 of 13 from the free throw line. Offensively, that's the only thing you can complain about. You can't say much about rebounding because you hadn't missed. You're still shooting over 60% from the field.
Now, you know what he's going to show tomorrow? The technical of Rob Martin.
Yeah, of course. You got to keep your foot on the neck. I mean, it's early, and that's the thing I think he's probably more worried about. It's just holding them to their standards when, you know, they're going to have a lot of games like this with that schedule.
And they're going to have a lot of people kissing their you-know-what.
Yeah. They'll get a lot of love. They're getting a lot of love as they're getting right now from us. And you start believing the hype, and then you set yourself up. And, again, I just think with that staff and what the expectations are of what happened just a year ago, the standard is the standard here at High Point. You had Dan on the investment from the administration, and facilities are great. The university, I mean, it's a really elite place to be. And I think it's made High Point one of the best mid-major jobs in college basketball.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, where it's located, the resources, everything about it right now is yeah, I mean, that's why Flynn Clayman, he knew when he got this, it's a gold mine type job.
Bowser to the bucket. Cooper Bowser.
Yeah.
Just his 5th point tonight.
It's been quiet.
Yeah, another one of those middle ball screens now because you're catching him on the move. He doesn't have a body on him. I think Aquino did a really good job of putting his body on him, being physical, and he pressured that. And again, I think they just figured out something that they had that single side ball screen, 2-man game action that worked for them against High Point, and I think they found something in the middle ball screen there, keeping the ball in the middle of the floor to run their actions.
All right, we got Singari in. Gives him a different look down low, that length. I think Bowser is so excited not to see Aquino in the game right now. And I actually like how Richie has kept his key players in there now, because he wants them to feel it.
I think you do. I think you send them a message. You created this, and I think you got to play hard and keep yourself out of it.
It's the second to last game of the night in the Field of 68 opening day marathon. South Dakota State and Merrimack. Rob Doster and Matt McCall and the crew out there in Sioux Falls, 9 o'clock Eastern time on YouTube. And the Field of 68. Jeff, always appreciative of you guys having me as a small part of your network, at least for today. It has been such a fun event, and I know everybody around the college basketball community has appreciated the return of the opening day marathon. So the two of you, thanks for putting up with me today. I really appreciate it, and it's been a lot of fun.
No, this has been great. It's been great having you. Obviously, we had 2 great games early, and this might not have been overly competitive, but still a statement game.
Yes.
For a team that now I think people will take seriously of like, hey, they might be a mid-major team that can win a couple games. I know it's early, I get it. But when you look at them and you look at their talent, you still say, hey, this is a team that can do some damage in the NCAA tournament.
They're at 95 points. They were well on their way to 100 for a while and have slowed down the pace dramatically in the last few minutes. Diallo, Dawson, and Martinez. Martinez with 15 and a timeout taken.
Yeah, he's just subbing.
And he's just
clearing
subbing.
the bench. Yeah. Paul, credit's been fun working with you today, man. I mean, you're thanking us, and I'm thanking you. I didn't have to spend all this time with Jeff alone. I mean, I get this. You shared the burden of this punishment I had to deal with, that I deal with on a regular basis, man. So great job today.
Hopefully we get to do it again sometime down the line.
I'm sure we will. I'm sure we will.
100 seconds left here in Rock Hill. Great venue. Appreciate the good folks at York County for having us out. This has been A+ all the way around.
It has. It's been fun. Fun opening day.
Straightaway 3. It's Charles Johnston. He's up to 14.
I can't state how, and this is a really good Furman team, and that's what makes this win so impressive. I mean, slow start today. The young backcourt struggled a little bit. They will be better. You won't recognize this team come January, February when they get in the conference play in SoCon.
The team's 8th. The Panthers are in the ball.
But they have got to do better on the defensive end of the floor if they want to punch their ticket in the NCAA when it comes March and conference play.
Again, I mean, we've talked 99% of this second half. We've talked about High Point. This is a Furman team that was, again, picked second in the SoCon. 5 first-place votes. I mean, this is a good Furman team in their conference that is going to have to respond, leave this one behind them.
And Let's be clear, the SoCon League has been as competitive as any league. I mean, you go back and look at the few years of where their coaches have gone on to when they have won that league, from Cincinnati to Wake Forest to Virginia Tech to South Carolina. I mean, on and on and on. And that's a very competitive, well-coached league. And teams that have won in that league have went on to take on high major jobs. And Bob Ritchie actually was one of those guys. He just decided to stay because that Furman program is, they've invested in that program as well. And, everyone remember his run in the NCAA tournament beating Virginia.
1 minute remains in regulation time.
Ball being batted around. Less than a minute to go. Couple possessions left to see if High Point can get to the century mark.
He's telling his groups to pump the brakes and slow it down.
Martinez will take a three off the mark with an offensive rebound. And again, trickling off the rim. The shot clock is off. And a foul. We'll shoot a couple more. High Point, 97 points tonight, one of the country's best offenses last season and the season before. I mean, this is a team that has prided itself on the offensive end. And RC, you mentioned going into this game how Flynn Clayman has told us he wants the identity of this team to be more focused on the defensive end going forward under his tenure. You saw that tonight. They forced 22 turnovers. They committed only 6, and they outscored Furman 25-3 in points off turnovers. I mean, that is substantial, and it's the reason the score is the way it is.
And for a group that lost its top 3 scorers from a year ago, they averaged 82 points a game, shot 49% from 2, 36 from 3, and they've upped those numbers here tonight. It's an impressive performance against a really good Furman, well-coached team.
High Point picking up right where they left off. The Flynn Clayman era starting with a W. 97-71, a dominant performance in Rock Hill, South Carolina.
Now they've had their way, and they asserted their energy toward the defensive end of the floor, and it really showed early. A lot of pick six, turnovers, easy baskets. Then in the half court, the guards just got downhill. Aquino was really good early. Just a really all-around impressive team effort here on both ends of the floor.
High Point finished the game shooting 58% from the floor. They went 40 for 69. Again, the turnovers were the difference. High Point 9 for 20 from 3, 8 for 15 from the free throw line. Leading scorer in the game, Rob Martin, 22 points. And a quiet double-double for Cam Fletcher, 11 points, 10 boards. Waiting, Jeff Goodman is somewhere over there to our left, I believe, waiting on Flynn Clayman. As the High Point faithful applaud their new head coach and a program he will lead. And actually, I believe it'll be Rob Martin catching up with Jeff Goodman. Take it away, Jeff.
All right, Rob, 22 points, but man, the win, 26-point win. It was never really close.
Yeah.
This is your first game with this High Point team.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you even, what's the encore for this game?
Man, we just came to play. Coach told us to dominate this game, and I feel like that's what we did. We sacrificed for each other, and we played for one another. So I feel like we did that tonight, and we got a big W.
I mean, what's the weakness of this team? I can't even find anything tonight. No, but you're getting whatever you guys want offensively, defensively, did a great job, and they're a good team.
Yeah, they are, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's the first game, so we got to go back to the drawing board. We should have won by 40, but it was 26, so I feel like if we play together, we get offensive rebounds and we keep the ball happy. I feel like it's going to be hard to beat us.
I think the one thing the coach is going to show tomorrow is your technical.
I just told the ref it was a foul, but next play mentality, that was on me, but I'll be better. I got to be better than that.
So, which 5-star restaurant did you earn tonight?
I'm probably say Ruth Chris.
Ruth Chris?
Yeah.
All right. And final one, I know you played high school ball for Jason Tatum's father, Justin.
Yeah.
You're close with Jason. Yeah. What would he tell you after a game like this?
It was a good game, but be better next game. Nobody gonna remember this game. We got a next game mentality, so just keep working and don't give up.
You guys are fun to watch, my man. Keep it going, all right? Great game.
Thank you.
That mentality is going to take High Point a long way this season.
It is. You know, seeing one of your leaders and one of your best players playing today, and you can see the coaching and the mentality coming from Martin speaking about his team, and you just don't sense there's going to be any letdown from this group.
No, absolutely not. Well, now it's time to kick it out to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, where South Dakota State and Merrimack will round out the Field of 68's opening day marathon. David Harris, our production crew in the truck. For Jeff Goodman, for Randolph Childress, I'm Paul Fritchner, signing off from Rock Hill, South Carolina. Thanks for spending your day with us. High Point 97, Furman 71. The college basketball season is underway. What a time to be